Good morning, bedheads. How's it going today? We got the bunion. The bunion mug is back. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, why anybody would have bought this, I have no idea. But so I got this mug. The lighting is weird in here today. I don't know. I bought this mug at the thrift store because somebody bought it and then gave it away. So if you're new to the channel, what I do is I put a sticker over it. And then usually I put something on here. But you know what? There's just so many things. There's just so many things, right? Oh, and here's the dichotomy, you guys. So yesterday, and I was just reading comments, thank goodness. I'm turning the fan on. Um, I was just reading comments from my video yesterday about, shifting the energy and setting intentions and all that good stuff. And I swear, ever since that video, ever since I sent that video out, and I was feeling so good. I was feeling so good up to that. Ever since I sent that video out, I have been crabby. Just crabby. No, I did one video for the Spirit Circle, and I felt really good. And then after that, I'm certain I caught stuff that 45 is doing. So we're just keeping it real here on this channel, you guys. Click. So I decided to let you fill in the blank. Even though by the end of this, we're going to get back to the whole intentions are energy and all that kind of stuff, like good intentions. Because here's the thing, we have to accept it's very, very challenging. This is very challenging. And it was kind of a mistake that I put black on, but not really. I mean, I didn't purposefully put black on, but I do like black. But we got to kind of wear colors nowadays. But I will do an angel card at the end, so we're going to leave feeling positive. But I'll tell you, I even woke up crabby. And it's because this stuff is blowing my mind. It's blowing my mind, And here's the thing. This is what I'm grappling with. And this is why, I feel like if I don't grapple with these things to you, and I only, if somebody might say, well, yesterday you just talked about holding the light and now you're bringing everybody down. And I'm like, no, I'm not trying to bring people down. I'm trying to help people understand that I know that this is not easy because it's not easy for me. And I know that everybody, regardless if you're trying to hold the light, if you're trying to keep the intentions positive and keep the energy flowing in that direction, I know if you're paying attention at all, then you also need we also need to have this conversation. Because I honestly would not be able to do this channel if I couldn't flip-flop with you. If I couldn't be who I am. Because last night I couldn't do an SG. And normally I would have. I would have done a session with the SGs. We're going to do a soul contract and founding fathers in the next couple days. And I love that. We're getting perspective. I love that. But I couldn't do it last night because I felt like a hypocrite if I did it because I wasn't feeling that. And once I can get on here and not pretend that I'm always holding the light. I can't pretend I'm always holding the light. I can't pretend that I'm always, that my intentions for the government, like I talked about yesterday, that I'm always like so focused on those. I haven't even worked on them since I did the video. I'm going to work on them today though. So if you're wondering what video I'm talking about, I'll post it right here because it is helpful. It was helpful for me to talk about, and it will be helpful for you to refocus. And it's amazing because right before I came on, I was reading comments from yesterday's video about my intentions for the U.S. government and keeping the intentions written in a way that are positive. and keeping the focus there, okay? Because that's energy, right? So I was reading the comments and I'm like, oh, I'm so glad I read the comments because it really helped me get to, let's just say, I was down, my vibration was down here. My vibration is now here. And I will, by the end of the day, hopefully be up here, which is where we're always trying to maintain, right? Our vibration, maybe up here, higher. But we have to honor the fact that we are human beings. We have fight and flight responses. And I'm challenged with how do I stay informed so that I can be a responsible citizen, but also hold the light. I'm really challenged by that. So the way I'm doing it is by talking about it, basically, and allowing you to talk about it and reading your supportive comments from yesterday or any of the channel or any of the messages. So you guys can use each other's comments to help uplift you, in the community, because it certainly uplifted me before I got on here. So what my point is that we're going to keep it real here like we always have. And one video, it might be confusing. One video, I'm going to be like, hold the light, do the intentions, blah, blah, blah. And I'll be like, oh my gosh, I totally get it. And then the next video, I'm like, what is going on here? Like, there's so many things. I literally couldn't even put 1 star, terrible, would not recommend, because there's so many. There's so many things. I couldn't even decide. So the thoughts I had when I woke up this morning, and I wonder if these are the thoughts some people have had. And again, I'm going to express them because I do think that expressing, and then what I'm going to do is, this is what we're going to practice doing, is I'm going to express something and then I'm going to cut, clear, and cancel it, okay? Because then, and in fact, it's so much harder to do this with thoughts because your thoughts are just, it's almost like you have a thought, you have to like cut, clear, cancel. I have a thought, cut, clear, cancel. In order to not send that energy out. You have 17 seconds according to law of attraction. Esther Hicks and Abraham, you have like 17 seconds to cut, clear, and cancel the energy. So just keep cut, clear, and canceling constantly. Oh my goodness gracious. I don't know. But I just, I have to keep it real or I won't be able to do this. You know what I mean? Like I won't be able to facilitate because I for some reason, some people can pretend and I've never been able to pretend. Like you can always tell in my face, I just can't pretend. If I'm upset about something, I can't pretend I'm not. It's literally in my, physically, I can't pretend. So, and if I had to pretend here, then I just wouldn't show up. You know what I mean? And I'm like, well, I want to show up. Like, I want to show up because this is a community. I am facilitating this community. And so I want to show up for it. And because you guys are making it, you're the ones who are you're doing the work. We're doing the work together. I'm just facilitating, and I want to do that because I feel like that's in my soul contract now. But I have to be able to show up. So I'll put trigger warning in just so people know, like light workers, trigger warning, like if you're in a good mood. I've done that before. And I don't think this, I've done that before and then people are like, actually, it didn't bring me down. I needed to hear that, So it's a part of self-care, I think. And recently I've been harping on the self-care thing because I really believe we're all looking for our own intuitive messages, right? And following our intuition and working on our intuition so that we don't have to have the answers outside of ourselves. And I think it's impossible to do that if you're not taking care of yourself. So that's one of the reasons why I keep talking about that, taking care. So, but this is a part of self-care. It's a part of self-care that's why therapy is so effective. It's talk therapy, You get it out, you get a different perspective. The more you talk about it, you go, oh yeah, okay. It's like a release. It can be a release for people. So, and I woke up and I was getting my coffee and I'm like, I had probably 20 different subject lines this could be today. Like, we're taken over by the mob. There's just so many things. Like, I don't even remember. See, cut, clear, cancel. Cut, clear, cancel. Just cut, clear, and cancel that. So yeah, it's unfreaking believable what is going on. And, it started yesterday, I think afterwards, after I did the video, I think I got a notification about Target changing their DEI, cut, clear, and I got really irritated with them. So cut, clear, cancel. And then you start to go, well, where can I shop? Because, and I'm irritated because I really do like Amazon, cut, clear, cancel. Any negative energy towards it. Because it's so freaking convenient. They've made it very convenient, which is great, So I'm grappling with that. Everybody's grappling with that. People who are paying attention are grappling with that. I'm grappling with people who aren't paying attention. I really am. There are so many people who are not paying attention right now. And I get it because, I don't know, maybe we were going through this 4 or 8 years ago and I wasn't paying it. Well, I was paying attention, but I was purposely not paying attention. But I was also working at that time when 45 was in, cut, clear, cancel. And I was working, so I had the capacity. I didn't have the capacity to pay attention like I do now, Which is exactly why people aren't paying attention, because they don't have the capacity. I talked about my friends when we went out to dinner the other night, and they're all working. They've got kids, grandkids, and that's the reality. People can't always pay attention to stuff. They've got too many things going on, But then how do we expect people to vote and make good decisions, Because my friend, she said her husband doesn't pay attention to politics and only voted for 45 because of the inflation, because he felt the inflation was high, which it was. But there's so much, but the lack of understanding about why the inflation was high was there. That's the hard thing. And I think it is. And I can already feel myself coming back to center and understanding the big picture. It's always coming back to the big picture, which is really our spirituality, our faith, right? It's always coming back to the big picture, which thankfully, because of the Myers-Briggs type, and I'm an intuitive, an N, the second letter, it's much easier for me to get the bigger picture. For those who are sensors, which is the second letter in the Myers-Briggs. Many people have heard me talk about this before, but it's much harder to come back to the big picture because it's not how you learn, which is why, somebody had left a comment about my thought process, on this channel. And there's a lot of people who are intuitives here, intuitive feelers. So my intuitive feelers, which I am an intuitive feeler in the Myers-Briggs, that's just what they call the letters. So my intuitive feelers get me. Like, they're like, yeah, I can follow you. I can, you could go this way and that way and this way. Blah, blah, blah. I get it. Like, you don't need me to, But, every once in a while I'll get someone else they're like so confused by me. And I totally get it, because the way they take in information is A to Z, A, B, C, D, follow your train of thought, Karen, follow it. I get it. I totally get it. And as a teacher and advisor for 30 years, of course I did it that way, because I knew that's how people learned. You always give the big picture first, and then you give the steps. That's how people learn. You got to give the big picture and then the steps. But I'm facilitating here. I'm not teaching. If I had to teach, it would be a totally different channel. you know? So I've accepted that in myself, you know, that I know that this is going to be hard for some people with that need the structure. But I'll do my best, especially with the SGs when I'm doing SGs and stuff. But so, yeah, so many things, you guys. I think the things that boggle my mind are like, why would Target come out in like 5 days and make that decision? How do you make that decision in 5 days? How do you do that? What are they being threatened with? They had to have been being threatened with something. Now, maybe, you know, since obviously the election ended on November 5th, so they obviously knew that something was, you know, they obviously knew. So maybe it wasn't 5 days for them, but it felt like 5 days for me. So that boggles my mind. It's like, seriously, you just put all this work into DEI requirements, and now you just, in 5 days, you're like, yeah, we're just not going to do them. You know, what the F, Target? And I literally, right before I got that, I was just talking to my husband about not shopping at Walmart anymore. Because he's always shopped at Walmart, and he said when he retires, he'll just shift over. He just, you know, just mentally, he'll just go look for this, you know how you have a store and you know where, like your grocery store, and you know where stuff is, so it's just efficient, boom, 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 right? I get that. I just said, hey, can you just start going to Target? Just start going to Target. And then I get that freaking thing. I'm like, what? Where else are you supposed to shop? So, I mean, really, for like Costco. Costco better not disappoint us, you guys. They better hold the line. In fact, we should write to them and say, hold the line. Hold it. Do not give in. We will support you. In fact, I think I'm going to. Everybody write, if you shop at Costco, please write to Costco today. We will support you. But I don't know what government stuff they're going to get, you know. Obviously, that's what's happening. They're being threatened by, you know. And, you know, can companies survive without whatever 45 is threatening? I have no idea. The other thing that's up my craw big time is that I'm hearing from people on Facebook and Instagram that all of a sudden they have an account for JD Vance and 45. What the? I mean, are we living in Russia now? This is Russia. That's some Russian shit, man. That is some Russian shit going down. So if you have an Instagram account and a Facebook, I mean, I deleted mine about a month ago. I just deleted it. Once I heard that Zuckerberg went to Mar-a-Lago, I deleted it. And you know what? I could, because I don't use them. So I was just like, okay, that felt good, you know. But I know it's harder. Like, I'm grappling with the Amazon thing. I haven't given up that yet. So I'm not saying to you should, you know, because I get it, because people love Instagram. They've been on it for a long time. You gotta, you know, you've got your whole thing going on there or whatever. But holy schmoly, how bold was that? That alone, like, that freaked me out. I was like, what? What? Can you imagine if Harris won and she did that? Can you imagine the pushback on the other side? But the excuses, the constant excuses for the behavior. It's unbelievable. Yeah, this thing, the salute. You know, I was on a podcast, listening to a podcast. It was a Jewish podcast, and the guy was it wasn't a Nazi salute, like making excuses for it, you know. And I just wrote in the thing, I was like, I don't care what it was, but he knows damn well now how uncomfortable, no, not even uncomfortable, but how effing inappropriate it was. Not even inappropriate. How effing... whatever it was. I can't even find the right word because my brain doesn't. Okay, cut, clear, cancel, all of these things I'm talking about. Cut, clear, cancel. Make sure you say that. Cut, clear, cancel. Okay. Good energy, cut, clear, cancel, but getting it out, okay? But so I left a comment. I said, I don't care. I don't care. Stop making excuses. It was inappropriate. Stop making excuses for his bad behavior. And he could apologize. He could apologize. That's what grown-ups do. Grown-ups apologize. He's a freaking toddler. And if your toddler did that, you would expect an apology, correct? Exactly. So what is with all the excuses? It's just, okay, see, cut, clear, cancel, cut, clear, cancel. It's just boggling my mind. My mind is boggled. I think we're living in an upside down world right now. What is that called? The upside down or something? I've heard people talk about that. Is that a movie or something? I don't know what that is. The upside down. Is that a book? Is it the book with that big furry thing? I don't know. Oh my gosh. It is upside down. I'm grappling with the fact that it's like, oh, this is what it was like in the 1930s. This is what it was like. For people who paid attention, this is what it was like. And it's way different. I know it's way different now because of this. It's way different now. And then the Heg staff, the Hegs, whatever his name is, Pete, cut, clear, cancel. Pete, Heg staff, whatever his name is. I don't even care. Don't put his name in the comments because we don't need that energy here. The hypocrisy, it's the hypocrisy. And it has been this way since with him, no matter what. It's always been about the hypocrisy. But the people who support him, my mind is boggling. I just can't even get my head wrapped around it. And then you go, well, okay, I can't there's just nothing I can do about it. It's outside of my control. I can't do anything about it. But the hypocrisy is unbelievable. If a Democrat put up somebody like that to run the military, to run our Pentagon, are you kidding me? They wouldn't even be able to. That's what I mean. The hypocrisy is unbelievable. And they're putting this guy through. They're going to put him through. The SGs told us the other day they weren't going to put him through. So I don't know. Maybe because the ultimate end result is, get him getting fired. So again, when the SGs answer questions like that, we didn't say, we just said, will he be, oh, well, no, we did ask, will he be confirmed? And I think they said yes. So, they said no. Will he be confirmed? And I don't know. I'm pretty sure he is being confirmed, but cut, clear, cancel. So how do you pay attention? How do you pay attention and be a responsible citizen and hold the light? How do you do it? You do it the way I'm demonstrating. Today, I felt like crap, so I talk about it. I get it out. I cut, clear, cancel. Write it out if you have to. If you don't have anybody, like I'm processing it out loud with you, I'll process it out loud with my husband. And then you got to cut, clear, cancel. And then you feel lighter. That's really, that's the way to do it. I don't know how else to do it. Otherwise, that knot is just going to keep building and building and building and layered and layered and layered. And we're going to be walking around like zombies because we haven't expressed the feelings. And then, if you don't express the feelings, if you don't express it, you're not holding light anyways, right? If you're not doing what you need to do to say, F you and, grapple with the stuff I'm grappling with, whatever that is for you. If you don't do that, you're still not holding the light because your energy is still not, you can pretend it's not bugging you is what my point is. You can't pretend it's not bugging you because your energy knows it's bugging you. You know what I mean? So now I will feel better putting it on your shoulders. Thank you very much. I'm not. I'm hoping I'm not. I'm hoping because this is what I've done in the past is I've had conversations like this and then people feel heard and people feel like, yes, that's what I was thinking. And then we can cut clear, right? And we can move on with our day. So that's really my goal here is to just keep focusing and moving with that. So, but if I don't come on and acknowledge the effing unbelievable behavior and it's like you can't make this shit up. How manipulative. We are literally being run by the mob. Cut, clear, cancel. we are. We are being run by the mob. Cut, clear, cancel. And I think because Americans, we've always felt a little uppity about, I mean, come on, let's admit it. Let's admit it. We've always felt a little, we're Americans. Even though we don't really understand how any other country is run, and they're probably fantastic. I mean, we're finding out, aren't we? We're finding out how much better other countries are. Australia has a law that politicians can't lie. I mean, we know, we're finding out. We're finding out how young and immature our country is now, and I think that hurts too, because we've always felt a little privilege. America, everything's come from America, you know. So I think that's maybe part of our identity that we're missing, that we're like grappling with too. That just came to me. Does anybody else feel maybe that's a hit, like, okay, yeah, feeling a little bit like that. And people who don't live in America who thought America was so cool, I'm not saying people do, but some people did. You might be like, yeah, we thought you guys were pretty cool, but you actually really suck. You actually really suck. You actually don't know what you're doing. And that is true. We are a very young nation. I've never thought of ourselves as being a young nation, but we are so young. We are so young. So this makes sense, compared to other nations. And I caught something came on my feed yesterday it was a Native American. It was a little candle and there was a Native American talking. And they telling a little story about when Christopher Columbus came here. And I really don't, I'm going to have to go back and read the history on this. But when Christopher Columbus came here, he made reference to there being 60 million Native Americans at that time. And by the end of World War II, there was 800,000. What? What? I can't even get my head wrapped around that. Is that true? I didn't know there were 60 million and then 800,000 by World War II. From Christopher Columbus to World War II. That's what he said. I mean, think about that, you guys. That is the stuff that our country has not healed. That's what we're dealing with. We are dealing with that energy, right? Wow. And until we acknowledge that, how nobody wants to acknowledge, what we've done with slavery and the Native Americans, and Biden just started acknowledging, but it's not enough. Like, it's not enough. Like, we need to do what Germany is doing. Like, Germany has made it illegal to do the salute. They are teaching their children what happened. We need to do that, So all good things will come out of all this. I know it will, but man, is it hard to go through it. And you know why it's hard to go through it? Because we're looking at ourselves like, holy cow. Whoa. Everything I thought about the US, everything I thought about the country I was born in, it's not what it was. And it's really hard to feel like you've been lied to. It's really hard. Lied to, manipulated. We're still being manipulated. It's the whole gaslighting thing. Wow. Wow. Cut, clear, cancel. Whoop. boop, 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 cut, clear, cancel. It's real. It's just, yeah. This is called awakening. This is called awakening. And it's painful. It's painful. So, there we have it. Oh my gosh. We will do, hey, we're gonna toe the line. We're gonna toe the line. We're gonna, admit our feelings and we're gonna move on. But I feel like I have to pay attention, you guys. I don't think because there are plenty of people who can't pay attention because they've got too much going on in their lives. So if you have too much going on in your lives, then take care of yourself and, but if we don't pay attention, it's not going to be good. We need enough people paying attention because that's the only way we can grieve our past because of our realizations of what we're learning about ourselves. If we don't learn about ourselves because we're not paying attention, we're never going to get through this. So that is, it's like the shifting of this. This channel has never shifted. This is exactly how I've been the whole time, is facing the truth, looking at the truth, and then going spiritual on it, And I'm just going to have to keep doing that. Because now I feel like, okay, I don't feel like a hypocrite. I can't, if I don't get on here and tell you how I'm feeling about stuff. So how are you feeling today? Feel free, if you're feeling great today and you're holding the light, put it in the comments because it'll help us who are not. And that's really what it is. The last time I had this, because I get, this happens like every couple weeks to me. And the last time somebody said, Karen, I think it was Gary, you're amazing. Gary is a community member. He has been a community member probably really, really early on. I don't have a date on it, but he has contributed the most. I just noticed that, Gary. He's left the most comments. He's so supportive. Oh my gosh, Gary. So look to Gary, you guys. We might ask Gary to be a moderator at some point. I don't know if Lob wants some help. But I think it was Gary or somebody who said, I'll hold the light for you while you're feeling this way. I mean, I just got total shivers. Doesn't that give you like total shivers, you guys? Like, I'll hold the light for you. So that's the point of this community, and hopefully the other ones that that you feel like you can come here and when you're feeling like crap, and know that it's okay to feel like crap, for one thing. It's okay to be disappointed. It's okay to effing swear and say what the is going on, and know that people will hold the light for you while you're having that experience. Then you get to come back and you get to hold the light when you're feeling better. So then you get to put a comment in that says, I'm going to hold the light for you. And it'd be amazing if you did that for people who said, I'm really struggling today. So if people in the comments today, you can say, I'm really struggling today, and people can say, I'll hold the light for you. Oh my gosh. It just gives me major shivers. Okay. Pretty cool that we can do that for each other, huh? Goodness gracious. All right. Let's see, this one just popped out. Freedom. I do love this deck. This is Divine. I just started using it. I just used it yesterday for the first time. I'm using this deck to help me write my intentions for the U.S. government, so they're positive intentions. I'm asking my SGs to give me the messages that would be great for our country. So this one is Freedom. I love myself. Look at that image. Wow. What do you see in that image? Change me, divine beloved, into one who can love myself in every condition. Free me from self-torture. You cannot make this up, I'm telling you. Fill me with self-acceptance and worthiness. May I allow and honor all my feelings, however they arise. Did I not just get done talking about this? I mean, how many cards are in this deck? There's 52 cards in this deck. Give me a break. Somebody suggested that I need to have a mug that says, you cannot make this up, and then have my face on it, like maybe going like this or something. I don't know. I'll have to, something would be funny. How many people would buy that? Oh, God. It would have to be a bedhead for sure. It had to be a bedhead image of my face. Oh my God. Can you imagine, like, 50 people buy that, and then 10 years there's 50 of those mugs in thrift shops with my face on it? That cracks me up. Oh, that would be so funny. Okay, here's our message. So this was confirmation, okay? That we cannot, if we're going to pay attention, which I am vowing to pay attention, even though it's hard. I've got to pay attention, you guys, because otherwise we won't know who to support and when to support, So fill me with self-acceptance and worthiness. May I allow and honor all my feelings, however they arise. And then just do the work, the cut, clear, cancel, to, make sure the energy doesn't keep going out there, get in your journal, remind yourself of your intentions, just do the work, It doesn't have to. I think the worst thing to do is if I didn't come on here right away in the morning and start talking about how I was feeling, that I would have carried that all day. Then that energy, you're carrying that energy all day. So doing the work, if you're waking up in the morning feeling like poop, then do the work right away in the morning so that you're not carrying it all day. You know what I mean? So, all right, have an amazing day. I am definitely going to come on tonight, put a video out tonight with the SGs. So we have 2 ready to go that you guys answered. You asked the questions. We have 2 ready to go. One on soul contracts in general. I think I'll do that one tonight. And then founding fathers. I'll do that one Monday night probably. So, all right, awesome. Have an amazing day. I hope this was helpful for some, and thank you for all the others for holding the light for us, for those who are challenged today with everything that's going on. And we will hold the light for you tomorrow. All right, have a good one. Bye-bye.